Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Monday. Hello, welcome in. Happy Monday, May 4th, 2026. We are out here in front of LACMA at the new David Geffen Galleries that is opening to the public today. And it is quite windy out here. It's about 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I wanted to come and check it out and take a walk around. So far, it's so beautiful. I love all the updates that they've done to the LACMA grounds, and I can't wait to show you guys. All right, so we have all these like new tables and chairs to sit in front of LACMA or the David Geffen Galleries, which is a part of LACMA. Hello, welcome in. We're out here for our daily walk in front of the new David Geffen Galleries, and they have this also this like street art in front. It's like giant artwork. Some of these newer palm trees that they planted. So yeah, this is really nice. They did such a good job. So if you guys were on one of my previous live streams, we did a walkthrough of the outside. This wasn't open yet to the public. This was fenced off, but this project cost roughly around $744 million and quite a lot of years to complete. So now it's open. I think they're passing out some maps. I was asking about. Well, let's do walk. I'm gonna walk around underneath here, and then we'll come back around. That's when they close. But this was fenced off the last time we did a walkthrough here, so we can actually see it more up close in person. They have some statues. What is this? This is Auguste Rodin, France, 1840 to 1917. Monument to Henri de Balzac. This is made out of bronze. Interesting. Some other statues here. There we go. Okay. And this is called the Iris and B. Gerald Cantor Sculpture Garden. So they have this whole row of sculptures outside. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. So we're actually right in front of the new David Geffen Galleries that's a part of um, LACMA, which is the Los Angeles Museum, one of the Los Angeles museums. So this is kind of behind the new section of the David Geffen Galleries, and there's like this fountain with modern art, no, with modern art spinoff. That's cool. I think that's yeah, that must be the Air One. So this is right in front of the Air One. It's like a eatery. That's like a high end grocery store. Billy's made it in. Welcome in. So we're actually walking the new David Geffen Galleries, which is a part of LACMA. And this whole sector is off of Wilshire in Los Angeles. We're in a portion of the street that's called known as Museum Row. So there's different museums on this side. And they've opened up this gallery that costs around $744 million to complete. And this is the outside. They've added more palm trees here. This water fountain. I guess it's interesting. It's kind of like a modern art. And it is windy today. It's a little windy today. Not bad. It's like climate. That's cool. With the wind, it's moving it. Sorry. Side. All right, so this is just the back area where the underpass is. And it looks like they opened up a little bit of that courtyard at the back too. I was wondering where that giant floral sculpture thing is. But it's definitely a unique street underpass. So the traffic can still go under here and go around. That's Wilshire. And then you can also walk. You can walk through there, the walking path. And they have Erewhon. That's another gallery behind there. I think that's a Japanese inspired gallery. Don't know if that's open yet. And then this connects to Brea Tar Pits on this side, which that's a new path. That wasn't open before. But we're going to go ahead and walk through on the other side, kind of get a full loop of what's going on. It's definitely interesting. There's one last shot at the fountain. I think we can actually like walk close. Just gonna get a image. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely such a unique looking building. I don't think I can live stream from inside, but at least this side is open since the last time we did a walkthrough here. I appreciate it, Billy. Thank you. I think they're cool. You definitely get more of an in-depth experience, in-depth look at Los Angeles. It's it's quite windy, but it's not bad. And this whole section was closed. You have a lot of live schedule that way can fit into my schedule and stick to it. Because sometimes if it's not scheduled, it's hard to figure out a good time. So these gardens have also been added back here. Um, and this is all like open to the public. So it's free to just come in here. Like you can either pay for parking or you can find parking on the street, but like you don't need to, you could just walk around here all day. I wonder what, let me just see what this goes. No, that's just kind of like not really anything. Okay. So they do have a special for like Los Angeles County residents. It's free. LACMA is free after 3 p.m. If you show your ID. And then there's other discounts if you're not an LA County resident. They always have, sometimes they even have free museum days and stuff. It's more of an incentive if you live here to come and check it out, or if you're visiting. Yeah, very cool modern architecture. I'm trying to like walk out so I can get a full out shot here. There we go. Oh, it's windy. Yes, I work in Los Angeles. So yeah, definitely interesting. I have some kind of, oh, this is the for the ticketing. And then this is just like the, so it's next to the older portion of Blackfront. Shouldn't say older. The other portion of Blackfront is here. And then also the urban light display. So this is Wilshire, and this just has the Peterson Automotive Museum, which is there on the corner. That's like the red and silver looking museum. That's one of my favorite museums. It has all of the cars, modern, old cars, new cars, vintage cars. It has it all there. And then this is like the outside of LACMA from the front of the street. LA does have a zoo. Yeah, they have a zoo. There's the LA Zoo. That's, oh, what did I say? It's like 30 minutes from here. But if you really want, if you're in Southern California and you want to go to a good zoo, San Diego has better zoos. They have the San Diego Zoo. They have the Wild Animal Park, which is like a separate version. So they have a lot more animals and zoo stuff in San Diego. No, San Diego is definitely better than for that kind of thing. And we're passing up the Academy Museum. So this is like a museum for all the movies, Academy Awards. This is next, right next to LACMA. This was an old department store. I don't know, back a while ago, and they made it a museum. I've never been to the Oakland Zoo, but I'm sure it's nice. So the funny thing about the LA Zoo is that they have like they do like events for Halloween and Christmas where they just like put lights everywhere, and it's like LA Zoo lights. So that's cool. They do more of that kind of thing. They're not, I wouldn't say they have animals there, but they're not as focused on like the animals. But San Diego has some great zoos and wildlife park. The wildlife park. I don't think I've ever been to the wildlife park. I've been to the San Diego Zoo a few times. That's supposed to be like modern. It was a Macy's Mako Farm. It's so windy. All right, so this is the Peterson Automotive Museum that I was talking about. They also have a cafe attached. Um, Myers Minx. It's such a good cafe. I have really good food. I'm not going to go in here today, but I have a few videos up on my channel about what the inside looks like. And if you really like cars, you should check this place out. It's nice. But there's a lot of people out and about walking. Oh, I think this is it free to go in? The Peterson Automotive Museum is not free. It's about $20. Um, but that includes all the exhibits. There's a few aquariums. The guy in the suit is a broadcaster. I know they were recording some there has there's a few cameramen. They're recording some things. I'm guessing they're recording because today is the first day that the David Geffen Galleries is open to the public. So I think they're just, I'm not sure if they're working on a segment about like Museum Bro, but or what, but obviously like because that's completed, this strip is a little bit more open and accessible. And then the Metro D line is opening this week as well. So this is gonna connect portions of the city. So they're really trying to like this. Wilshire was closed for man like a couple of years, and then they finally opened it back up. This whole thing was actually blocked off for a while. You couldn't even drive through here at some point. So now it's kind of phasing back in. And then this is the new Metro D line. This is one of the stops. Kind of long overdue, to be honest, but this is the Wilsh. This will be the Wilshire and Fairfax station. But the Peterson Automotive Museum has a Fast and the Furious exhibit going on right now, and they have like the actual movies, some of the actual cars they used in the movie there, and it's an exhibit, so they tie in the music and curate it really well. And I liked it when I went. So, but it's all one section, so you don't have to drive across town to see these many museums. That's it right there. But the building on the outside is just fun to look at. And they're opening that, so they'll be opening that up. So like street segments of the street have been slowly opening. Yeah, sure. Posted as a comment. He looked familiar to me too, but I just can't. It's like you always know a face, but I don't. Sometimes I know a face, but I don't know the name. So we're in an area that's called Mid City in Los Angeles. That's not really downtown. It's more like central. Um, yeah, it's called Mid City, and we're off of Wilshire. So downtown is probably like another 5 miles from here, 5 or 7 miles. And I like that. In my opinion, I like this area of town better than downtown. Somebody's car. Yes, well, sure. It's called Mid City. Mid City is like a term for the area. There we go. There's the. But yeah, for they also updated the modern lights, so they repainted them. Yeah, this area's been under renovations for the past 5 years, if not longer. And they've slowly been opening up sections of it. And then the David Geffen's Galleries just opened. Well, today's the first opening to the public, but they opened. Was it last week that I did the thing? 2 weeks ago. It was finally completed 2 weeks ago. So this is all new. And they've kind of like this has always been here. This LA equipment, well, this building. And yeah, then they updated sections of it. So now it all kind of blends together. Yeah, the Walk of Fame is pretty rundown, but I mean, it's always kind of been rundown. Some more street art here. It's really windy out here today. Ooh. But yeah, it's Friday. Well, it is Monday, so that does explain why it's so quiet. And I think people got used to not driving down Wilshire because it was blocked off. So now cars are driving through here, but it's been years since you could drive through here. Oh, it's pretty. So this is Balding Avenue. This is like one of those streets off of Wilshire, and there's security on this side. These palm trees, God, palm trees. That's their family lane. So this is cool because you can walk. You can actually walk underneath like the building. So it's open to pedestrians on the bottom and cars. Yeah, somewhat. Somewhat counting my steps. Nice hedge work. I know, right? I'm trying to see if it's real. You know what? It's real, you guys. Wow. It's like flowers and I okay. Oh, we got finally get an informational plaque. Okay. Wow. Okay, so it is real. Okay, so it's Jeff Koons. Jeff Koons, and it's called Split Rocker 2000. stainless steel soil, geotextile fabric, internal irrigation system, and live flowering plants. A gift from Linda and Stuart Resnick. Okay, standing 37 feet tall. Jeff Koons, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Split rocker merges the heads of two rocking horses, a pony that once belonged to the artist's son, and a dinosaur painted with the colors of more than 50,000 drought tolerant plants. 50,000 drought tolerant plants. The playfully mismatched form elevates childhood playthings to monumental art as the plant grow, attracting birds and butterflies. The sculptured shape changes continuously in dialogue with nature. This architectural scale living sculpture has many precedents, including fantasy architecture, such as the real house in the shape of a shoe that the artist remembers near. Well, it's such a long explanation. Nearest childhood home. Okay. Koons invents his intentionality, enigmatic forms to provoke our memories and ideas, whatever they may be. As he says, I try through my work to simulate energy and growth by removing hierarchies and judgment. So, as an individual, you can focus on your interests and be open to experiencing the awe and wonder in the world around you. So, it's half merges the heads of two rocking horses, a pony, and a dinosaur. And then it says that it's, hold on, I'm going to take a picture of it because there's literally a lot going on here. Yeah. So it's live plants. Split. It's called Split Rocker 2000. It's interesting. But yeah, it's they're the plants are alive. Yeah, it does. But the cool thing is that they're live plants, and then it's like meant to attract like butterflies and other creatures. But that is so cool. Looks like a bunny. Look at the eye. Yeah, I thought it was a cow for a long time, but it's really beautiful in person because their flowers are real, and they have like it looks like some succulent plants. So beautiful. Yeah, this park just opened up last week as an extension to the David Geffen Galleries. I think Mark went on here and asked drought hardy plants where we are. So we're in I didn't update it in my title because I just didn't have time. We're in front of LACMA. We're at an extension of LACMA off of Wilshire. And this is like the newer section of David Geffen Galleries on the outside. Because in the inside you can't stream live. But you can take video, just can't stream. So I think we did a walkthrough a few weeks ago. What inspired you to start doing this? Um, I have a background in journalism, so this is kind of just me exploring my interests and my hobbies and like some of my background. I mean, there's a lot of things, you know. Every day you get inspiration. But yeah, that's so cool. And then this part, I don't even think this section is open. Oh yeah, you can walk back there. More new palm trees. Oh, you're a journalism major from Houston. Yeah, I mean, journalism, in my opinion, is evolving. It's always evolving, but the cool thing about technology and social media is that you can just kind of make it your own thing now. Hi, John. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I don't know where Brave Bull is. I haven't seen him in a few days. I know, right? That's such a pretty full. I mean, I don't know. You're like, oh, I don't know what the tourism comment was about, but um, what I'm gonna say is that Los Angeles has a lot of cool places to explore, and I think it's cool to be able to look through it as a local slash somebody that didn't grow up here and appreciate it. Journalism like TMZ, not really. I think just because I kind of do fun or like I would say fun stuff around town doesn't necessarily mean that my background was in that. That makes sense. Um, but yeah, yeah. So I try to kind of stick to more just like lighthearted stuff because um I do have more I would say my more experience in like current events and actual news is my background. I would say that. But you know, I feel like there's so much of that right now. We just like this is more for me like therapy and like walking around talking about actual things but not anything too heavy. That makes sense. Can only handle too much. Handle so much. Yeah, it's hard. But I've worked different. I mean, you can you can kind of work so many different fields. The new LACMA Museum extension costs almost 750 million. Yes, did. Just crazy, right? I think David Geffen, the one that is named after, he donated 150 million of his money. I don't even know. I need to look up like who he is. Yeah, I think with nowadays you just have to keep moving. Is this museum already open? This is therapy, totally is therapy. And exercise. This museum is open. So it opened today to the public. What time is it? 3:45. Yeah. I'm gonna be on here for another like 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm actually gonna go inside the gallery. There was a soft opening a few weeks ago. I did a live stream and that one was not open to the public. It was like open to LACMA members, which is like, you know, their club membership. Either you donate monies to the museum, you've been gifted it, or like you're a celebrity, blah, 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 all the jazz. And they had a few events. So I did a live just kind of like walking around because they opened up the bottom part of the structure to the public. And then today is the first day that it opens to the general public who are not LACMA members. And if you're an LA County resident, you can go for free after 3. So that's kind of like, in a nutshell, what's going on. But we walk through here, see if we can. Actually, interested in going down the path that connects the La Brea Tar Pits, and then we'll come back around, and I'm gonna go inside. Come back around. What used to be here before this was built? It was just, I don't think it was anything. I think it was just like grounds. Like that, like this wasn't here. They just added, it's a completely new ground up building. But this building I was here, I think. I have to look at old photos, but that this whole thing is like new. And then they plopped it the way that they placed it in between the La Brea Tar Pits and the other LACMA section. So I don't think this is any, if I remember correctly, it was really wasn't anything. I think it was just like, I don't know, either a parking lot or something. They also added Air One store, Air One here with outdoor seating. And then this is the La Brea Tar Pits. I don't think it, maybe it was like a back section of La Brea Tar Pits, but they were really careful to not, uh, yeah, it's a lot of concrete, not interfere with like the La Brea Tar Pits. Oh, that's not the new path. Okay, so this is, see how this is connected? This was fenced off before. Oh, we can check this out here. This is easier. This was fenced off. So this is like a newer path to connect. It's cool because it connects everything like in a walkable way. And you can walk around this whole section. You don't need to pay for this part, which I think the outside is almost as cool as the inside. Yeah, so now we're walking up next to the La Brea Tar Pits. Nakatomi in the background. I think that's always been there and they connected everything. But what they're going to do is they're closing the La Brea Tar Pits this year. So this section, they're closing it to renovate it because now they want to renovate this section and that will be closed till like 2027, or they're trying to get everything completed before the Olympics in Los Angeles. That will be in 2028. John came here on a field trip in 5th grade. It's still here, John, and they're renovating it. So we have until July of this year to kind of walk through, and then it'll be closed for a year as part of like their whole renovation of this section. So I'm kind of enjoying being able to walk through everything. And it really does smell like tar. Yeah, the US Mexico hosting World Football. Yeah, they're revamping it. So I think they're obviously still going to keep, because it's still an active tar pit, from prehistoric times when mammoths walked on Wilshire. Nakatomi is the building in Die Hard. It's a fictional building. Okay, so yeah, here's the tar pit. Oh my gosh, you guys, it really smells like tar. I'm not gonna like linger too long here. It's such a cool section. It still bubbles up. Let me get some. I always forget the years. I don't know, a really, really long time ago. Okay, okay. No, I'm sorry. Okay. You're standing just 30 feet from Wilshire Boulevard, where Colombian mammoths walked 20,000 to 40,000 years ago. Los Angeles was wetter, cooler, and greener when these 11-ton wonders lived and died here. So this is from 20 to 40,000 years ago. There was like, but I think it's interesting how they still have that. That was like the tar pits are still here. Oh, the World Cup is coming. So that's interesting. Yeah. And you know what? That's interesting. I have to look up the dates and see what I can like cover from a walking live stream perspective. Yeah, because that would be cool. I'm gonna try to walk out so you guys can see a better view of the tar pit. It smells like tar. SAG-AFTRA building behind. Actually did go to like a journalism conference there a few years ago, like long time ago, 2019. Okay, so then I don't know if you can see, right, the tar pit, and it's still bubbling up. Oh no, this bridge has a section. I should have updated my description on here. I'm sorry. I'll update it after the stream. But I was like, wherever I can get USA Mexico game. I do like soccer, aka football. Okay. So this is like the unobstructed view of the tar pits. Here we go. The farmers market. Yeah, we're not too far from the Grove and the farmers market. Who's the best journalism person you met in 2019? Um, I don't remember their name. They gave me a book. I don't know. A lot of people. Okay. So these like you can't really see because but yeah, this is the closest view you can get to the tar. The tar pit actually okay. There we go. That's the tar right there. And it's a natural like this is a natural like thing that is here. And definitely interesting considering we're in a like city. Wait, can't really see. And I'm not trying to fall in the tar pit, so okay. Okay, there we go. There you go. And see, you can see it's like so sticky. Okay. All right, there we go. But yeah, if you can see, there's still like it's bubbling up from the surface. There's like, I don't know, I can't explain the geology behind it, but there is It's still an active tar pit to this day. All right. And we're going to keep walking. It's a tar pit. It's a like a thousands of year old tar pit. It's made out of tar, natural tar that's bubbling up from the earth's surface. This lake is actually a pit left over from asphalt mining operations in the 1800s. The lake bubbles, sheen, and stink come from a deep underground oil field. This buried layer of oil also produced gooey patches of tar on the ground. So yeah, they discovered oil and then we're digging it. And then now we have this like tar pit. And then George Allen Hancock donated 23 acres of his family's ranch to the county of Los Angeles to protect the tar pits and their fossil treasures because they found so many fossils here from 10,000 to 55,000 years ago inside, and they're still excavating. This is like the tar pit museum. Hi, Alfred. Alfred, thanks for joining. You can go in there and it explains like in depth about like all the like those are some of the prehistoric animals that were here, and they know that because of the fossils that they found and pieced together from the actual pits here or from the site. A Yoki or Yorkie. Yeah, this is definitely dog, fancy dogs. Okay, and so if you look like directly behind the palm trees, that's the David Geffen Galleries, and they kind of built that with this in mind to blend together and make it look really cool. Actually, let's. Is this the Hancock guy? What is this? Oh yeah, so this is Captain G. Allen Hancock. He's the donor of Hancock Park to the people of Los Angeles, and this is from 1916. They still do have school field trips here. Yeah, this is. I'm trying to figure out the name of this other building. Let's see. Yeah, there's an observatory called Griffith Observatory. Japanese uh, for Japanese art. Let's see. Oh yeah, so that's what it is. It's a pavilion for Japanese art, but doesn't look like it's open right now. Okay. Yeah, it's not open. But this is really cool because they added, so you can walk some of the other La Brea Tar Pits here too. Pits 3, 4, 60, 167. Hook billed monster bird. Yeah, you're welcome. At this giant monster bird here. Wow. Okay. It was called the Territorn. That's really cool. And if you guys ever get a chance to come back to visit the Levitated Tar Pits again, come back. They do have free museum tours. I think it's also like $20 or something to get in. But this park grounds is really nice to walk around. Yeah, beautiful trees. This is the one that's the active project right now. Project 23. So this one looks like almost like a camel. So they're still excavating this wooden crates. These fossils were found a few hundred yards from here during parking lot construction for the LACMA museum. We opened these crates one by one to excavate the fossils. With each crate opened, we add to our understanding of Ice Age LA. So they're still like putting more stuff together. Okay, so looks like, for example, box 13 is 32,000 years old. Wow. And they're still kind of working. I'm sure they have classes here and stuff too. This kind of looks like a classroom outdoor setup. With the Ice Age animals. Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. How often they work? I don't know. I'm sure once they close this for renovations, like in a few months, they'll probably get a lot of stuff done then. It doesn't really have much details about who's working on it. So I don't know if it's students or what, researchers. Right. But yeah, they added in even more palm trees. Have an observation in here. Oh, it's windy. Wait, hold on. You were into who? This is so enlightening. I remember I was all into Michael Jackson. I prefer this. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think we talked about this on a previous stream, but this is that levitated mass. That's a giant boulder that they pulled here is like 15 million dollars. Levitated mass. I think this is from, what does it say it was from? Jarupa Mountains. And this is just like modern, considered like modern art. Super expensive to ship here because it's a real boulder. Guess we can walk. We can walk through here. I hope I don't cut off if I walk through here. But yeah, this is super cool. Like a lot of people, I would say maybe over 10 years ago, were coming and taking like Instagram photos here and stuff. People do photo shoots here. Go. And so it's held up by these like beams on the side. And then you can walk under it, which is a little scary, and come back out. Yeah, you can definitely put your thoughts in order. And it's cool to walk because you're like walking through here. Like I recommend if you're gonna come somewhere and walk, just walk over here in this area. Get some exercise and you can look at all this stuff for free. And as you can see, it's like very safe in this area. They have a lot of security and it's fenced off, but it's open to the public. Somewhat fenced off. But they have security here that kind of keep the grounds safe. So this is the Sphere. That's like an outdoor stage auditorium that's connected to the back of the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. But yeah, it's definitely a really nice day. that when you're on there, you can get some really cool views of like the Hollywood Hills. It's definitely another interesting outdoor sculpture, outdoor, not sculpture, architecture thing, modern architecture. But we're gonna, so we just walked under that giant boulder. And then this is the back of LACMA. That tall building has been there forever. That skyscraper or like tower. Yeah. So they've definitely, hello, thanks for joining. They've definitely expanded since then, but kept that there. Oh, it's hot. Now it got hot. All right. And now we're making our way back to the newer section. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to wrap up this stream. Thank you so much for joining me today on my walk and talk here in Los Angeles. And I'm going to actually go inside and enjoy the museum a little bit. Look out for some video and some vlogs from the inside of this museum. And thank you guys again for joining. Thanks to all my following subscribers and all my new subscribers. And I have a scheduled stream for tomorrow. So I will see you on the next live stream. Take care.